You've been using several AI services and tools, but now is the time to build one for yourself. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build a Copilot agent using Microsoft Copilot Studio that works for you from day one. Let's get started. To get started, you need a Microsoft 365 license account. If you don't have one, you can create a free trial here for 1 month. You can buy, but let's assume we've sorted this out. You also need a Copilot Studio license. If you don't have one, good news, you can also create one here. Just come to this page. I will drop the link in the video so you can click on any of these that you don't have. But here's the link to get 30 days free Copilot Studio trial. The Copilot Studio looks like this. The M365 landing page looks like this on your home page. If you go to m365.cloud.microsoft, you're going to get something like this when you sign in. Then Copilot at the left-hand side, you're going to see this. Bulk of our work is going to be within the Copilot Studio because this is where we get to build our Copilot agent. The good news is you don't need to write any code. We're going to simplify this and you have something working and functional for you. This is a valid skill. In fact, those Copilot agents you build for yourself can be the secret to unlock your productivity and get many things done. Before we start this use case, let me describe what we're going to build. I have a business scenario here. This is Sankofa Bazaar. It's just one of those fictional businesses I've created to demonstrate things for you. And the operations department of Sankofa Bazaar just hired me. They moved me to that department 4 months ago. And I've been struggling to understand and catch up with projects. There are a lot of documentation, as you can see right here. These are documentation about different projects. And this is project tracker. A lot of this project has been assigned to me. I've been able to complete just one. Many are in progress. Some have even delayed and blocked and in progress. I struggle to not just catch up with this project, but probably I needed to have some context that can help me understand what to do on each of these projects. So we're going to build an agent that will support me. I'll call that agent Day One. It's going to support me with providing information and support on all these projects for my department. Imagine if you are resuming in a new work, Day One, you can create this Day One agent. We're going to call it Day One. Imagine if you are being moved to a different department, you want to catch up, they have a lot of their information on SharePoint or any other knowledge sources. You can connect this same agent to that knowledge source and build something like this that's going to help you all through the journey. Without further ado, let's go right there to build this use case. I'm going to navigate to the Copilot Studio tab. You can actually get there by typing copilotstudio.microsoft.com. Going to land you here. We're going to click on Agent. So you can see list of agents you've created or that is available for you. I don't have any agents here than the official one that came with a tenant. But I'm going to click on New Agent, or even at the left-hand side there, I can click on Create Agent. And from here, you will see a couple of standard templates that you can actually use. They make the work seamless for you. But instead of us using this template today, I'm going to create one from scratch. You're going to see that it's really easy to do. Let's click on New Agent. We're going to have this interface, guide interface that's just asking you questions. Interactively, you can actually build this. So I'm going to type something, but we'll be able to customize this later. So this is a wizard that's going to help us through this journey. I'm here to help you build an agent. Okay, I need something, an agent to help guide me through my department project. So this is my intent. This is what I need this agent to be able to do. And automatically by default is already creating some prompt, some information that's going to guide the behavior of this agent. So you say, okay, we've created something. Can we call it project guide? Call it Day One. Call it Day One. We can just call it an agent that work for me Day One. So again, the name of the agent is already making updated the agent Day One. Let's refine the instruction for your agent first. What specific task or goal? Provide information about project and also updates from our project tracker SharePoint list. So the reason why I'm sharing this is to show you how interactive it could be for this agent to, take your request and help you turn it to something. Also, we can customize this ourselves, and I'm going to move right there and update the instruction. But it say it understood. Update from this, the one will provide information about this. Next, are there any specific guideline? There's no specific guideline. I'm just going to click on create. When I click on create, it's setting up this agent, as simple as that, but we are able to further customize whatsoever you don't want. In fact, there are several things we need to update here. So I'm just showing you that guide to let you know that it can actually help you kick something off. If you see right here, this is where we can do a lot of customization. The first thing here is description. The name of the agent is already there, the one. The description is there. The general instructions is there. There is knowledge, there's actions. We're going to add action. There's trigger, and there are even starter prompts. These are messages that we can use to start anytime you want to chat with your agent, pre-filled one. All right. But we're going to edit because I have some instruction that I've copied that I want you to follow through. The description and the general instruction area is very important because these are the nuances that help the agent to understand its purposes, is part of what is considered, and to understand things. So anywhere you see descriptive functions, either you are writing description, general instructions, you are providing or naming your actions and triggers, make sure they are very descriptive enough because it just helps the agent to understand things better. So for description, I already have one here, which of course I'm going to copy and add them in the video description. You can copy the description, the general instruction, everything, and use directly. I want you to be able to build this as well. So for description, I have this. An agent that assists users with onboarding by providing accurate information based on department resources on SharePoint and retrieving information from SharePoint list to answer user queries. For general instruction, I have also created some, which I'm going to use to update this. The one should provide accurate information based on department resources and retrieve information from SharePoint list to answer user queries. The one should be able to retrieve data from SharePoint list using project tracker, that is the name of the action we're going to add, and present it in a well-readable format for user consumption. There's always this challenge of SharePoint, of agent being able to retrieve data from SharePoint list, can have issue with formatting it, but this instruction now is helping it to understand, oh, when I retrieve those tracker project updates, how should I process them? Depending on user query, the one should be able to decide when to list items or return users or return answers in sentence or paragraph format, because we want it to be able to behave that way too. Always retrieve data about ongoing project through the project tracker action and present the result in a well-readable format. I just have this other instruction there. Now we're going to add knowledge, and our knowledge is our SharePoint, which is this SharePoint. What I'm going to do is to click on this add knowledge, and you can see public site is there, SharePoint, database, and I can also browse, but I'm going to add SharePoint. I can click here to browse or put the SharePoint site, but I'm going to browse so that I can just go to the site, which is operations. This is Sankova Bazaar, which is the primary site landing page, but this is going to be operations department. So by clicking on more places, I can see all other department or teams and SharePoint site that I have access to. So this is my teams, this is my region, which is operations department. And do I want to select a particular or specific file here? No, I want to confirm that landing page. That is the page. So I'm going to name this and call it operations department. Operations department. I'm going to also name this as this knowledge source provide information found in the operations department of Sankova Bazaar, and use this to answer users' queries. So being detailed can be very helpful because now it knows, oh, this knowledge, I'm going to use it to answer user queries. All right, I'm going to click on add. It might take few because it's going to index. The moment you add it to your agent, it's going to add it and start indexing it. So I've enabled it now. Operations department. Okay, for this text, I need to save. So I'm going to click on save. Now let's go ahead and add action, because action is what is going to help you to retrieve the project. This is going to our SharePoint list. It's not retrieving data from the list, from the site. It's only retrieving from document, because by default it index those documents and read all those files, but will not do the same thing for SharePoint list. So I'm going to add this list as an action. And how do I do that? I'm going to come over to add action. There is an action called get items. So when I type get items, this is the one coming from SharePoint list. There is a get item. This will only get one item, but I don't need one item. I need all the items that are on my SharePoint list, which is the project tracker. So I'm going to click on the one that is get items and not get item. It's going to ask me to name and provide. This is very important too, because that will enable you to see this action as a knowledge source. So first, it's connecting to SharePoint, is ensuring that I have permission to it. I'm going to click on next. Then it's asking me the name. I have all those also copied out there. It's going to be project tracker. The description is going to be, the description is also very important. I'm going to put, instead of get items from a SharePoint list, I will have this. Get items from a project tracker list to be used when user asks questions related to the operations department project. You can see. Authentication is going to be Copilot auto authentication. So that person, it doesn't require that person authentication. It should just be the general authentication. And right here, I will see input, site address, the list is there. And for output, allow agent to use this action. Ask the user before run this action. Do not ask. I want you to be able to automatically do that. Do not respond immediately. You might take your time to process it and send the result back to me. How to store output for the action? Just choose all, because you don't need it to be specific. Then click on add action. This will add the action. Even though the actions have been added, I still need to go and confirm, and I will show you how to do that. Let's go back to our project tracker. Close this. I can see action name. I need to return everything to project tracker so that the name matches. And I like the get item, the description is still okay, it's fine. And for input, you can see set as value. Right here, I'm expecting to actually pick the SharePoint side, but it's asking me to choose value. So I'm going to put operations department. And this is why it's good for you to come back and set this value. List name is going to dynamically fill. I'm going to set the value. Yeah, because I want it to go to a particular list. So, and the list, if you also click, okay, the list name is project tracker. So I'm going to type project tracker. And what's the name of the list? It's progress, actually, progress tracker. So I'm going to put progress instead of project. Yeah, progress tracker. Then I'm going to, for output, yeah, now is going to be determined by the agent. So this is fine. I'm going to click on save. Okay, good. So I'm going to go back here to overview, and let's publish this first so that we can make this orchestration change. I'm going to click on publish. The reason why it's saying this is because I'm allowing your agent runs on user author's credential. So I'm still going to go ahead and I want it to run on mine and click on publish. It is possible for us to close this window while that is still running, because it will let us know once the publishing is done. And I'm going to test this agent. Now it's done. I'm going to test this agent here and say many projects are currently in progress. Let's ask this. Now, this is the basic. There are other ways for you to fine tune the instruction and how it responds, using these actions, but we're just creating this. So now I can see that A is not actually responding the way I want it to respond. Workflow improvement initiatives is not using the progress tracker. Based on the available document, I don't need document for this. So the first thing I'll do is I will turn off this guy. This allow AI to use its own general knowledge. I want it to use knowledge from the SharePoint side, which is from our department. So what I'm going to do is I will turn off this so that it use only the knowledge that I provide, not the one coming from AI. So it's based on the knowledge that I provide. I'm going to also turn on this. It's turned on so that I can know how to decide when to do this or not. Let's test it now. And okay, let me check my project tracker again. I'm expecting the input to be able to select the SharePoint list, but it couldn't select the other time. So when I come down here, I see progress tracker. Since I've selected this, if I click here, yep, you can see, I can see the list of the list. So in case you couldn't see the first time, you can reload your browser and come back again and click on it. So this time around, I'm selecting the exact list. I'm okay with that now. So back to overview, I'm going to ask a question and say, how many projects are in progress? As we are testing this, you're going to see by default, it run through my SharePoint list. Because it realized that when I'm asking about project in progress, it knows that these projects are coming from the list and not even the document. And right here, we have them. It was able to determine how to format them. Assigned to Ariana, this is the one assigned to me, Olanwaju Iboke, create vendor assessment SOW. Due date April 14th, priority medium, start date February 18th. So let me ask, tell me more about this project. Description, yeah, tell me more about the vendor assessment solution. Tell me more about the vendor assessment solution project. This time around, those information are not present on the SharePoint list. What is this doing? It's going to other knowledge sources that I have, which is the site itself. There should be a document or series of conversation, meetings or events that are within that SharePoint site that has something to do with the project. So it's retrieving that, it's going through the SharePoint list as one of those SharePoint site as those knowledge, and it's going to give me a result. You see, awesome. I can see right here that this is not something coming from the list. It's not coming from a create vendor, what's that, vendor assessment solution. This has nothing to do with all this detailed information. The vendor assessment solution vast project for Vancouver Bazaar is being implemented by Next Gen Solutions. Okay, there's a vendor. Okay, the project aims to digitize this project overview. This is the solution. February 1st was the effective date. Project to design, develop, and do. Scope of work. This is it. Phase 2, Phase 3, Phase 4. Roles and responsibility. Timeline, payment schedule, including the prices I was quoted for those things. Acceptance criteria. This, I can further ask question. This agent is now ready for me. It's actually doing what I want it to do. And if I go back to my overview, you see right here, there are still a few other things. This starter prompt, I can edit them, to something that is more meaningful to my prompt. Project management tips, this is generic. So let me talk about, let me ask, list my ongoing project. I'm going to just call this ongoing projects. List my ongoing projects. Projects. Let's talk about projects due. List project due for the next 3 weeks. I'm going to ask about what are some strategies for improving teamwork on the project. Those are generic. I'm going to ask more so I can delete this, and delete this. What next phase? Next phase. What is the next phase for I'm going to put project name. So I can edit that one, whenever I'm doing this. So I'm going to click on save. So this way I've reduced them to 3. And yeah, whenever I'm testing this agent, is going to have that same experience. So let's publish again to keep all these settings. One more thing I would also like to edit is the logo. I can do that by just generating an image and adding it there. So, but first, let's publish this, and I'm going to show you the process. So I'm going to publish again. I'll click on publish. The goal is to distribute this same thing to my Copilot agent so that I can chat with it within the Copilot business chat. That's this interface. And I also want to be able to chat with it in Teams so that right within Microsoft Teams, I can engage with this Copilot agent. I can use it anytime that I want within here. So it's not here right now because it's not yet deployed to this platform. I'm going to go back to Studio. It's publishing, and I can close this. When it's done, yeah, it's done publishing. Then let's go to channels. Under channels, you're going to see Teams plus Microsoft 365. When I click Teams plus Microsoft 365, you're going to see right here, I can actually make agent available in M365. So it's not just Microsoft Teams. And this is going to solve that. And I'm going to click on Add Channel. So it's adding Teams plus Microsoft 365. So it's been added, but I can also see availability options. I can copy the link to access this. If I copy and paste right here, yeah, I'm just going to use the web instead. I'm going to use the web instead. It's going to take me to Teams and want me to add this day one agent to my Teams chat. But I really don't want to do that. I don't want to be sharing this link with people. I have admin right. I want to deploy this agent to be available for everyone within my team. You might want to do that. So to do this, I can go to show to everyone in my org. If you want to show to your teammates and share users, you got to click here. It will ask you to type in the name of those people. You can even send them email invite. I'm going to go back here because I want this to be accessible across my organization. So I'm going to say show to everyone in my org. It's going to request me to submit for admin approval. I'm going to click submit for admin approval. And it's processing my request just to submit to admin approval. Okay, you can see right here, request submitted. It's waiting for approval. And I'm going to go right here to admin so that I can approve. In case you want to do something that you need to be accessible across all your tenants, you can actually get it done here as well. Because all you just have to do is to share this with your admin. And if I come over here to integrated apps, that request will have been there. So requested app, for example, you can see day one is here, publish pending. When I click on it, I'm going to say right here, as an admin, I need to release this to my tenant to be used. I'm going to click on publish. I'm going to click on confirm. So this will publish it. And more importantly, will allow me to now deploy to all users. So it's published. That is not all. You need to click on manage app. When you click on manage app, you're able to deploy app. And that's the action you need to do. No users in the organization can install. But when I deploy the app, then users in my organization will be able to install. So I'm following the prompt now. Next, who should use this? Specific user groups, entire organization, or just me. You don't need to go through this process if it's just for you. You already have the link to access your Copilot agent. But it's because I have admin account, that's why I'm still able to do this. I'm going to use entire organization and click next. I'm going to accept the permission. It's going to request that I sign into my account. I'm going to sign in. Permissions accepted. I'm going to click next. So there's governance. It's not, someone cannot just create something and release to your tenant. This is awesome. I really love this. I'm going to click on finish deployment. This is the process for completing the deployment. Deployment finished. I'm going to click on done. So right here, status is okay. When I go back to my Copilot Studio, when I refresh from this orange, it's going to change to green. Yes, published by your organization. So this is now available and accessible within my organization. Don't forget, because I've ticked this make available, I will need to republish my agent to turn on Microsoft 365 Copilot. Yes, I know it has been published before, but because I turned on Copilot Agent M365 when I was deploying, I'm going to click on save here. I also need to now republish. That way it's going to appear by default. And that is what I want. I want it to appear by default. So I'm going to reload my browser. And I'm going to publish. I'm going to click on this publish button so that I can now publish to other channels. Click on publish. I can close. When it's done, it's going to notify me here that it is done publishing. And by that time, it's going to be accessible within here and within Teams. Have that here. So let's check if it's done. Yep, it is done. Now, it might take a few seconds or minutes to appear in your tenant, but I'm going to refresh here with the expectation that it should have appeared. All right. Right now, it's not there, but it's going to appear shortly. So let me also reload here just to be sure. Awesome. Just a couple of seconds. If I'm back here now, it's going to show. So that way it's available for people across my org. That's it. Day one. And this is day one. These are the 3 questions I've put there. I can increase these questions. List my ongoing projects. They are here. Click enter. And we're going to see those ongoing projects. This is really amazing. You have agent that is built, that is grounded on your resources and information alone, and that is able to support and help you do things. These are the ongoing projects. Amazing. This is awesome. And you can also ask list only projects assigned to me. I'm going to say Olanrewaju Oyinbo. Okay. I see it listed 13 different projects here. Those that are assigned to Ariana, 1, 2, 3. I see 4, 5 projects assigned to Ariana. So I should see 8 projects assigned to me that are ongoing. So I put my name there and I expect it to do that. This is amazing. Okay, so this is 8. Doesn't need to put my name there again. It just lists all those 8. I was expecting 8. Here are ongoing project assigned to Olanrewaju Oyinbo. I can start asking or even ask it to generate information from me on any of these projects. What's the document? Where are the resources, or what is the current update on facility? Okay, I need to just do this. Facility maintenance schedule projects. This way is going to narrow down now. It's not even calling that update from the project tracker. It's going to, I'm expecting it to go through progress tracker, the different documentation, and let me know, okay, this is, what is that? I can see. Key activities completed include all of these. And it's saying, hey, you can go right there to check. Including weekly status report. I have no idea of this. I'm going to open. There's a document and a Word document. Wow. Here is a Word document from this project. That's true. And this actually has, I didn't even know. It has updates, and that is why I was able to tell me all of this. Okay, this is awesome. Do you see now?